Greetings, fellow travelers, and welcome to another thrilling episode of our Ice Train adventure. Welcome to part 2 of the Icewinder Chronicle. We'll put a word there. It'll look great. It's probably directly below us right now. Yes, we're chilly. Oh, it's so cold. Coming to you live from this studio apartment. So, last we left off, a bunch of things happened. But before we tell you what, we have to tell you who. My name is Sean Leonard, aka Chaotic Goof.
Hi, Sean.
Hello, greetings. We are joined by some wonderful players. Why don't you introduce yourselves and your characters? Let's start here.
Hello, I'm Ashley Morgan, aka not Chaotic Goof, and my character is Andre Montague. She goes by Anjay. She is a halfling sorcerer, and her job is a healer on this train, and she's excited to endure this journey to hopefully find her sister and bring her back to safety.
All right.
My name is Rachel, and I'm playing a Furbolg dishwasher, and I am known for having destroyed the library car of the train. I'm here to redeem my family name or die with glorious purpose, and I just don't know how I'm going to do that yet.
Okay, and your name is?
Oh, Can Do Surefoot.
Excellent. All right.
Hey, I'm Kim Wong. I play Tumbleweed, aka TT, the janitor. And one of my goals is to avenge my mentor, Dudu PP, on this trip. And also, I just recently found out that my father, who I never knew, was Blitzkrieg, the evil politician who has now flipped over and is pretending to be cool, but is it?
Very nice. And finally.
Hi everyone, my name is Michael. I play the character Bob. He is he is the teacher for the train for the past 5 years. He's doing a great job, by the way. And he's on a mission. He's gonna try to figure things out. I think he might be able to save everything.
Okay. And a quick recap of our previous episode. You are all on the Icewinder train, which has been running for 50 years. Since the destruction of the northern kingdoms by the great white dragon Snakta, which is Irish for old snow. 50 years ago, this whole place was hit with some powerful, legendary ice breath that left the land frozen, completely and forever changed. Every year, when a group of individuals comes of age, 4 of them must venture off the train for their first time ever, in an attempt to discover if the land is livable again. They will be searching, specifically, we should say, for signs of flora, fauna, any dragon sign, to see if the great white dragon Snakta still hunts these lands. And they'll also be looking for signs of frost rime. Frost rime is kind of an arcane radiation. It has affected at least one of our number so far, Bob. Yes, with a constitution score of 4. He has frost rime, which he's been taking potions of cold resistance to combat for his entire life. We are also in the midst of an election for the new conductor of the train. There are several individuals running. Blitzkrieg is running on a rich people good, poor people bad campaign. Your mother is running.
Correct.
Would you like to tell everyone what her platform is?
My mother, the Cora Montague, is running as conductor this year to hopefully end the ascend, as we have lost my sister and her daughter. And she's hoping that the train is beautiful and wonderful, and she hopes that we can cancel this and just live our lives freely and lovingly here on the train.
Very nice.
This post is sponsored by
I approve this message.
I am Anjay Montague, and I approve this message.
Yes, Cora has promised in a speech that when she is elected conductor, she will immediately perform an executive order, as every new conductor gets to. The executive order will be: the ascent ritual is over. We will never send young people again to see if the land is livable. We will forever stop this. That's Cora's platform. There's also Mork Gramblin. Don't even remember if I described the guy, but he's a fairly rotund, kind of a rat humanoid who thinks that, let's see what's going on out there. Maybe we'll eventually find a way that we can all leave the train. And then anyone who is of age can run. All of you had the opportunity to vote on the train. And who knows, that may come up again later. We'll see. If any of you do indeed make it back. Is there anything else that we need to cover from last session? Sick guy. You threw poo-poo at your daddy. You want to redeem yourself. You covered that. You're looking for your sister, perhaps your sister's body. You all got a bunch of jacked up, unique magical items. And I think now we will dive back in to the northern kingdoms of Tírna as you all descend, get off the train. Yes.
Yes, and we are not level 1, correct?
No,
Just
yes.
level
All
one.
these people are level 6. They have
Yes.
a variety of subclass abilities.
Just so people aren't like, how are they able to
Wait,
do
Of
all that
course.
stuff?
Yeah.
I'm not level 20.
I have 1 billion experience points.
Yeah, just because it says it on your sheet doesn't mean that's how
what
we're
you
running
want.
it.
Okay.
You also have potions of cold resistance in front of you, just in case anyone notices some blue vials on screen and is wondering what we're snorting. Okay, as you exit the train for the very first time, you are hit immediately by the bracing winds, the icy cold. You just think to release the clamp of your train chain, your grapple shackle, and kind of wind it back up and put it on your hip or wherever you store it. You hear the sounds of the door closing as Fumer, who went on the ascent last year, slowly forces it closed. And the train is very slowly starting to ascend the mountain, where it plans to circle all the way up and then back down. I realized I actually made a note to myself, don't do this. Don't do so. Anyway,
Don't do what now?
don't do this,
This?
as this goes up the tip,
Yeah.
up the shaft of the mountain.
Okay.
Okay.
Right,
And then,
right.
and then as
Indian bird.
the
Probably calls
you
it.
probably wouldn't call it
Wow.
I'm
that.
so sorry.
Wow.
I haven't said it since 3rd grade.
Cancel my wife.
Cancelled.
Okay. I
Is that on the
don't even
bottom?
have final edit, so what are you gonna do? So anyway, hold on. I was jerking off a mountain. What were we doing?
We're going sending up.
Yes. So as the train is now departing, you're getting to see all of the cars from the exterior for the first time because you've lived here your entire lives.
Right.
So you can see the jump car. All of them are fairly pristine. Their exteriors are a burnished kind of onyx color. A lot of ice and snow clumped on it, but because of the immunity to cold damage that it has, it doesn't last very long. It typically will hit and slide off. And you're just taken aback by the spectacle of all these cars. Everyone you've ever known has lived or lives yet on this train. The Icewinder. Car after pristine car, until eventually you see one that has a little bit of crumpling, a little bit of denting, as if a fire that broke out there may have perhaps damaged the arcane wards on the train itself. Perhaps it is not as resistant to the elements as it used to be, that it's weaker in some way. And as the library car, or what used to be the library car, trundles off damaged, the train starts to fade from view. There are 4 of you, each with your own goals, but there are also 4 missions that have been assigned to you. Flora and fauna. You're supposed to look for signs of either, because that would mean life has found a way.
Mm-hmm.
And you're also asked to see if there's any dragon sign, if Shan Schnakta still prowls the area, and also to look for frost rime or arcane radiation. I would even say, you know what? Yeah, I can decide this. I'm the DM. I'm gonna say that you in particular have been provided with a essentially Geiger counter. That you have something that will react to the presence of frost rime radiation.
Specifically, Bob.
Specifically Bob, yes. Bob
Like real quick check myself. Like,
for frost rime. Goes off.
So is that one's done? Like check. Yep.
No,
there's still-
no, because he's checking himself.
Oh, you're checking yourself.
That's what you were doing.
I was just turning it on, and then I start pointing it in other directions.
Okay.
If you want, we can begin with that. Those are the 4 things you're supposed to do. If you'd like, you can start doing that.
I know what I do.
What do you do?
I start looking at everybody to see who looks like they are the most confident. Whoever immediately starts doing something, I copy them. If they're looking through their bag or their pockets, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just trying to mimic whoever looks the most like they know what they're doing.
Okay.
Do I still have a little bit of like liquor in my body?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to Candy because we know each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Candy, you're looking a little funny.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just drink my hand a little.
Drink.
Trust me, it'll
I
help.
have a hard time saying no to people, so even though I'm very confused, I lean forward and I.
So a 6'5", 250-pound,
Oh, yeah,
pink-furred firbolg slurps the hand of a goople.
What does it taste like?
Vodka.
Vodka.
Oh,
Vodka. It'll keep you warm.
thank you. I'm still very confused.
You definitely get a few shots worth of vodka if you
Okay.
slurp down on that thing.
Great.
There you go.
Yeah, that's actually nice. I feel like I've calmed down a little bit.
There
and
you
I
go.
can start to relax and maybe and look around.
Well, as this is happening, a little bit of the whiteout fades as you realize the train itself probably created at least a little bit of the wind as it cut through on the tracks. And as that fades, you all see the sky for the first time. The sun is pretty high. Looks like, oh wow, that's the sun. It still shines, even though you've never truly seen it with your own eyes before. You've never had to know how to tell the time before, so it's difficult. Having read history books before they were mostly destroyed, you would know and judge it's got to be about maybe it's 3 p.m., something along those lines, which means the sun will set at some point in the next 6 hours, which is how long you have to get back to this spot or a similar one to get back on to the Icewinder. And everything else you see is just kind of ice and snow, besides these tracks that are laid into the ground.
I'll start immediately trying to do the Geiger counter, and I started on myself, and then I start pointing it at other things, check the tracks, and then I start walking north.
Oh.
So let's start with you checking the tracks. The tracks, big reading, a lot of frost rime. Where else do you check?
Just the snow, like maybe 10 feet away from the tracks.
So he starts to move 10 feet away to get another reading. Anybody following or
Well,
are
that
you guys...
throws me into a panic. I say, wait, aren't we? Where are you going? Aren't we making a plan? What are we doing?
Yes, we're going this direction,
Which direction is that?
north, up the mountain.
Who made you the leader, Teach?
Well, we're trying to find the 4 things: fauna,
Flora,
fauna, no frost rime, and no dragon. So, we need to get a little high so we can see everything, right? That makes sense.
But I'm also here to look for my sister, and I was told that she went west, but I'm not quite sure.
Well, she went north first, up the thing,
You guys
and then west.
guys did get the same info that it was up the mountain and then west.
So I will be following you, because you were told by Mr. Fumangio that
Fumna.
From
Irish.
Fumnuck.
Flumnuck,
Fumnuck.
Mr. Fumis,
Uh-huh.
that I will follow you.
Great.
Guess someone's gotta look after him. If I
Okay,
want to.
you're following.
I just follow.
As you start to follow, you have to cross the tracks. As you step across the tracks, you feel this rumbling of the train as it moves. And as you look, the train fades from view. And now you're really and truly alone. 4 readings. Tracks, a lot of frost rime radiation. You keep walking. Further away you get from the tracks, the less frost rime radiation there is.
Huh.
And now there's none.
Are you picking up anything on that thing?
I have my suspicions.
What is that thing?
Oh, this is a.
Go ahead and name it.
Yes, this is the Frost Rhymer counter.
Oh,
A rhymer counter.
I've heard of
Rhymer counter, yes.
Oh, of course.
You know, it tests for frost rhyme. We've been trying to figure out what's been causing certain ailments on the train, and you know, we think it's some sort of radiation. Now I'm thinking it has something to do with the train. Anyways, we should keep going this direction.
Bob, I can't help but notice you've a cough. I'm a healer, so I'm just very familiar with coughing. Are you okay?
No, but we all have very little time, some less than others. We should head this direction.
I think I'm last in the line of people.
Sure.
I can talk to plants and animals, so I think while we're walking, I'm
Looking
because
for those.
I've never Furbolg they're like hippies.
Yeah.
I've never
They can
been
be, yeah.
outside. I don't think I'm allowed in the garden train. I'm not allowed really in many places on the train anymore, so I'm definitely not allowed where the food is grown. So I think that I am just I don't know what I haven't talked to plants in a long time, and so I think I'm just sort of like whispering to the ground as we walk, checking. Anyone there?
Do we see any plants or anything?
You don't see any, but if you want to look for them, we're going to do some rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Sorry, I don't know the rules. I don't know if I would be able to talk to them through the snow, or if
Well,
you know
this
what I
is the thing. I'm going to say that anyone who wants to look for signs of flora, plants, is going to roll survival or nature. But you, because you have the Furbolg ability, speech of beast and leaf, will have advantage on the roll.
mean. Okay.
So you'll roll twice. So take the higher one. So if you guys want, you can work together on these things, or you can work individually. If you were to work together and provide what's called a help action, someone else could get advantage. So you could just have 2 people roll with advantage.
Okay.
Okay. So I think I was just kind of under my breath, being like, "Anybody there?"
Yeah.
So if somebody notices, that's great. But I think
Well, go ahead and roll. You have
So-
advantage anyway.
Yeah.
Because of your speech.
yes, I get +2 nature. Oh, 18.
Total?
+2, 20.
Oh, 20.
Nice.
So what do you say as you're kind of walking along, stepping on the snow, looking for plants?
I just we're walking. It feels like everybody else knows what they're doing, and I'm just hoping that I can be helpful. And so I'm just saying like, hey, is anybody there? Any plants growing?
So, do you know when you're
bother you?
you know how when you're in a room with somebody and neither of you are making noise, if you're not
Yeah.
looking at each other, you still know there's another person in the room.
Yeah.
That's all you really hear right now,
Oh,
but it gives you a direction.
which direction is that?
West.
Shoot, already?
So you would have to kind of speak up and get everyone to listen to you if you really want to change course.
Shoot.
Shoots and leaves.
Ladders.
So do I have to check every time to get that reading? Is it like a
Now that you have it, if you were to move far away, you would probably lose it. So you'd have to roll again. But right
Okay.
now you have it. You don't think it's particularly far away.
I we'll see how people respond. I sort of let out because I know that they said we'd be going west later, and I don't want to tell everybody to do something and mess everything up. So I let out a quick like, hey guys, and I don't know if they're gonna stop or hear me or give me
I'm still like next to her. So
right.
I'm,
And
like-
you don't hate me.
yeah, and I don't hate you.
Okay.
So I'm like, why are you talking to yourself? Can do.
I think I feel something alive in that direction.
Is it something good or something bad?
Well, I don't know. I don't want to. I could be wrong. I don't know. But I just have a feeling that there is something in that direction. But I know that we're going north, and I don't want to mess everything up. I don't want to waste time.
I'll go with you. I'm pretty good with nature things.
Okay.
Specifically animals. Especially if they have feces.
All right. I could be wrong. You're.
The two of you are getting further and further ahead. You're about 30 feet before you realize these other two are lagging behind.
What are you two doing?
Hurry up!
I think I think there's something over there, but I'm really not sure, and I could be wrong.
She says she thinks there's something over there, and she might be wrong, but she could be right.
I think there's something west.
She says she thinks there's something west.
I
What?
think there's something west.
What? What?
Like a plant thing?
Maybe plants.
Maybe.
Maybe.
How far?
Not far.
Really close.
I don't think we have the time. As you said, we have 6 hours, and any minute that passes, my sister could still be out there. We should just keep going the direction we're going.
We're on a rescue mission for a sister. We need to keep going.
Okay.
And not,
Immediately.
Yeah.
Just like, I give up.
and not that I don't trust her, but remember, I care about everyone. But remember, she did burn down
We
the
don't have to
world.
go with them. We could do our separate thing.
What do you think we should do?
We shouldn't split up.
We could split up.
Dungeons and Dragons.
No, I know. I just don't think Kandu can make a decision. I think. Are you still slowly walking?
Come on, we only have so much time.
Can I try to?
Whatever the last person has said to me is what I'm doing. If she has stopped and she talks to me, I stop. If they say "come on," I keep going. In
So
that
you're like
direction.
taking a few steps and then stopping.
Yeah, literally the last thing somebody says to me is what I'm following along with.
Okay.
Well, now she's piqued my interest. Can I check for dragon sign?
So if you're looking for dragon sign, I would roll either survival or
Okay.
perception.
I have no wisdom, so either one, I'm excited.
Okay.
Critical fail. And then -2, so
First
negative.
Oh, yeah.
-1.
I mean,
Yes.
yay. Wait, do we do celebrate the first one?
So with a -1, so bearing in mind what I'm about to narrate is what you genuinely think and believe.
Correct.
You feel like you can hear shuffling. And it's very difficult when walking in the snow, right, to distinguish between your own footsteps and someone else's unless you're right next to them. And also wind will move a top layer of snow. So you're going, okay, I need to center myself. The train is always so loud, and this is a different kind of noise. I need to find a way to distinguish between them. And you're fairly certain, you're almost positive that one of the clouds you can see in the sky is a dragon. So you look up, and where everyone else would kind of see some puffy kind of cirrus cumulus clouds, you go, that's a fucking dragon.
I think I see a dragon up there. That's definitely a dragon.
What direction is it?
Look up. It's like a puffy white dragon.
I look up, look for the dragon.
Roll a perception or survival check.
Oh.
That would be a 7.
A 7? I mean,
I kind of see.
I guess it looks like a vaguely dragon-shaped thing.
We may want to take cover just in case. Just in case.
Okay, so we're having this conversation, and then you see a dragon, and
You're
take
convinced
cover.
it's one, and you're like, I've never
It's
seen
definitely
one
a dragon.
before.
I don't know
guess.
what a dragon is. It's
We
big
should
and it's
hide.
bad.
So
You know it's white.
It is white.
So I guess I would look up.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to do that?
Yes, you are.
Well, I roll a 20 and
D20 and add either your perception or your survival.
perception or survive. They're the same, which is nothing. 11.
11. I mean, it's a cloud, man.
Is it? Yeah. Okay. So I'm just confused. I was so
It's a
confused,
vaguely
and now I'm, like,
dragon-shaped cloud.
triply confused,
Yeah.
and now I just stop and I'm gonna wait for somebody to tell me what to do because I feel so dumb.
I'm gonna roll 2. Perception. Uh-oh. 10.
Oh,
And
pretty good.
seems like it's probably just a cloud. Maybe they saw something else go into the cloud. I mean,
Okay. Now that they're being really weird, I look at you and I'm like, should we go check out the?
Looks like a
Should we go west?
We should go west. And
Okay.
because if it is a dragon, the best cover would be around nature, don't you think?
Yeah. So how do I know where west is? And do I? We
you
were
would
going
probably
north.
use the mountain
And
as
so I
your...
just turn left.
Yes.
Wait,
All
where are
right.
you guys going? The dragon's coming. I'm like ducking.
And I look at her and I get out of the corner of my eye and I try not to make eye contact. And I start walking west.
If you want cover, come this way.
That's you hear your friend TT. He says, if you want cover, come this way.
Well, now I'm scared. I want to check on my sister, but maybe we should head west for protection from the dragon.
She's saying protection, but is it just like a white horizon all the way out?
I mean, you don't see any landmarks.
I see it. It's there. We need protection. I'm gonna head west. We should go west.
Theoretically, you could put the mountain between you guys, I guess, but it's tough when it's so high.
And if we were gonna go north and then west, we can go west and then north.
Sure.
This is basically a perfectly fine rewrite.
What do you say, Teach?
Well, if you want to find your sister,
I do.
they went north, heard the books, and then went west towards that juncture. If we go west, who knows when we'll have to turn north.
You see the other two have started moving.
I'm walking.
They're starting to get further away. It's going to be tough to see them if you don't
We-
move in their direction.
We should go. Let's just try to go west and take cover from this huge dragon that's really still right now, but it could dive at any moment. And then we can make our way back to my sister. If I know one thing about her, she's brave.
Okay, safety in numbers, sure.
Okay. So you rejoin the other two.
Yeah, we joined the other two.
Start heading west.
Yes, I'm in the lead, and I'm like, how did this happen so fast? And the farther we walk west, the more I'm starting to doubt myself, because if we walk so far in the wrong direction, I'll never forgive myself. So I'm like, I have the lives of these 3 other people in my hands. And so I don't know if I don't know what to say to this thing that I feel. So I just keep talking and saying, hey buddy, hey, we're walking towards you. Please let me know where you are, and we would like to meet you. And I don't know if this is normal.
So 60 seconds feels like an eternity.
Yeah, we're walking really far, and I'm getting more and more doubt.
2 minutes of walking west.
Oh, no.
3 minutes of walking west.
Are you sure we're supposed to be going this way?
I said, wait, shh, everybody, shh. Okay, hello?
There's 5 more minutes.
Hey, does it still feel in west? Am I?
Feels west, but closer.
So I'm walking, and I say, I hear something. I hear someone or something. Hi, I'm walking.
5 more minutes. It's still cold.
Hey, yeah, of course. I'm just gonna keep walking towards you. My name is Candu. Me and my friends, we're just, wait. We found something. Oh, there's something out here, you guys.
What?
I don't know.
No one else hears
We'll keep-
anything.
I don't hear anything.
Okay, we'll keep. I promise you. I hear something. I can hear something.
Yeah, it's probably what made you burn down the library.
No, shh, and then I keep walking.
So you shush someone for the first time in a year.
Yes.
And as you...
It's not out of anger. It's just because I am listening so hard.
Okay, you use the power of a library against someone doubting you, and you shh. And as you start walking forward, the voice gets a little louder until you think you're right above whatever this thing is, and it goes, "You're stepping on me."
I'm so sorry. And then I back up and I look down. What do I see?
So far, just snow.
And I say,
What's right there?
What's right here?
they're right here.
What?
Hey,
And then I
What are you talking
say-
about?
is it the dragon?
I lean down and I say, wake up? Can you wake up, little buddy? Are you okay? I'm sorry for stepping on you.
Oh, I don't have. Oh, it's not time yet. It's so cold.
Okay, what's your name?
That doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, and then I start really gently
Okay.
digging.
Are you committed to this, where you'll do it for a few minutes?
Yes, I don't know what other
It's
people are.
incredibly cold.
Right.
Oh,
I'd like you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
okay. Constitution. So I just do 20 plus
Now,
minus 0.
bearing in mind, you do have potions for things like this,
Yes.
but you can
So
also
it
save
hurts,
it, right?
but
Mhm.
am I in danger?
We'll find out in a
Could be.
second.
19.
It's really cold, but you're able to you're moving them enough that you
I'm in
think
the
you'll be okay.
zone.
And
Well,
eventually,
it's like the bad zone I was in when I couldn't stop patting out the fire in the library.
yeah,
But now it's cold. It hurts, but I know there's something there, and I'm like,
I mean,
track
her
mind.
hands must be numb by now.
after a couple of minutes, they do start to get numb.
Yeah.
Can I cast Mage Hand to help her?
Yeah, you can.
I'll cast
Oh.
Mage Hand.
Somebody believes in me.
Mhm.
I would die for you now.
I
I can feel it, right? I can
You
feel
can.
that
A spectral
somebody
hand
helps me.
starts to.
Yeah.
You can all see it. Yeah.
The fact that somebody believes in me makes me cry a little bit while I'm digging.
I secretly cast it. She just knows me.
Oh, I can't. Oh, I don't know who it is.
Oh, that's
I don't know who it is,
interesting.
but can I feel it or what?
That's
What is
interesting.
that like?
So usually it's a spectral image. So if you want to hide that it's you, do you mean like you move away a little bit? And then yeah, you can do that. You're focused, so you
She's
would
a
only
nose,
just see
yeah.
that there's a hand.
I'm inspired
Oh.
by your tenacity, and even though you are a little out there, your ambition and drive reminds me of my sister, which is why I cast
Okay.
Mage Hand.
And as this other hand starts to scoop things away with you, there's this flash in your head where you're remembering your hands on the books, the fire, your hands on the snow, the ice, fire, ice. And then you catch something on one of your fingers. It's soft, but it's connected as a network. Feels almost like you read about this once. It feels like a bush. A berry bush.
Yeah. I just say, you guys, and I step back.
And you can all now see what looks to be the beginnings of a bush.
Whoa.
Just very partially uncovered so far, but you assume that if you were to keep going, there would eventually see berries.
And this looks similar to a bush that we've seen on the train.
Yeah, you guys probably, everything growing on the train is either done magically or with the aid of magic.
Okay.
You actually, there's something that you're trying to remember that this reminds you of. You think if you can clear away the full picture, you might have a better idea of what you're looking at.
I'll create a bonfire close to everybody.
So like away from the bush, but
Yeah.
clear enough. Okay.
Just so that
Can
they can stay warm.
I help him create a bonfire and get
I'm just magically creating.
I can help you.
She has the same spell.
Yeah, I do.
We can have 2 bonfires.
Well, giving you advantage. Oh, I guess it needs a
Oh
cantrip.
yeah, I'm not going to make him roll for it, but
Okay.
if you guys both do
Yes,
it,
I'll help
essentially
you.
it becomes really quick and easy.
Yes,
Right?
okay.
As this top layer of snow melts. And
Mm-hmm.
eventually what is revealed is a berry bush. And because the heat is happening, you hear in your head, "Oh, that's nice. Okay. And you see a not ripe, but mid flowering berry bush.
Okay.
That has a few ripe berries on it. But you know that you're speaking to a bud that hasn't quite opened yet.
Okay. So I haven't gotten to commune with nature in so long. So I am actually just thrilled. I'm so happy. And I'm like, hey, little guy,
Mhm.
I'm so happy we found you. And how do we complete this task? What do we need to do? Take something with us or
Well,
not?
a sam-
Insane.
What did you say? Oh.
So a sample would be a good idea for sure, and also would help you identify it if you examined it more closely. Maybe one of the ripe berries.
Excellent. And how can I sample some of it without hurting my new friend?
Well, the budding one goes, "Oh, that's okay. If you want to pull some of the mamas and papas, you can do that."
I can do. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't mind at all.
Oh, thank you so much.
I have my tools with me too, right?
Sure.
I I see the bud thing and I take out my X-Acto knife looking thing and I go like,
Not me, not me!
oh
As you slice the bud loose, none of you, to everyone else it's this. But to you it's, no! Come on! Oh, okay. I'm dying now.
No.
It's okay.
Okay. It's
Maybe
okay.
put me in some
Okay, and I grab and I say one
Good
second,
job,
and I
Mr.
grab
Bumblebee.
some dirt to
Okay.
put with the.
Yeah.
Oh, is it like ice?
You can, with the bonfires, you can get dirt.
Oh, okay,
You can-
great.
With the bonfires, you can actually
I get
get
a
some
little bit
soil
of dirt.
sample as well.
And we put it in whatever our little.
You have a little sample container, you can totally do that. As you do that, your friend goes, "Oh, okay, this probably fine." And you actually hear one of the ripe berries communicate with you as well.
What's that?
Oi, you cheeky bag. You trying to rip off one of our bubbly ones?
No, we
You
just.
see if you can handle me.
Uh,
Go on. I'll get you. Come on. Pluck me. Pluck me.
Do you want me to pluck you?
This is my purpose.
Okay, one more, and then I can you get this one?
It's just a berry. You
Can-
could even
I
just...
take it and I eat it. Oh,
Oh my god!
no.
I meant for a sample.
You've eaten the berry.
Uh-oh.
6 seconds goes by.
Oh.
Nothing happens. 6 seconds goes by. Nothing happens. You regain a hit point.
Oh, noise.
And because you've done that, you don't need to roll. You guys have heard of good berries before.
Yeah.
Especially as a healer, you would
Yes.
know. Sometimes people produce them and they heal a hit point immediately at good berry. This was delayed.
Huh.
This is a great berry.
Amazing.
When you put a great berry in your mouth, which you can do as a free action, 3 rounds later, you'll get a hit point.
Ooh.
So essentially, if you thought you were about to go down in combat, if you pop one of these, let's say someone takes you to 0, you can just pop right back up on that 3rd round.
Okay.
Ooh.
So do I know what that is? Because I'm plant.
I would say,
Do we know?
I'd
this,
say
or-
because of you doing that, you immediately are like, it must be a delayed release Goodberry.
Yeah.
And I think that they look like good berries to you two.
I wouldn't know it's a great berry.
I think this is the first time anyone's ever seen a great berry.
Okay.
Are there more berries?
There's 4 more.
So this doesn't feel horrible that we're taking berries from this.
Oh.
The ones that sound like adults.
We don't hear anything.
Fine.
Okay. So I go. So
Great,
I go.
fine.
I go.
Okay,
Wait, no.
Oh yeah, let's
I
go.
take this one and that one and that one and that one's okay.
You've already grabbed
Yeah.
one.
As they're taking ones, they're basically exultant. One of them goes, "Witness me," and you just basically each can get 1 great berry, or one person can have 4, whatever way you guys want to
I
divide.
put mine in a
Yeah, put mine in.
a sealed
Yeah, like a
container.
sample thing.
Yeah. So we need to get samples of the flora, the fauna, the dragon sign. Is that
If
what
you
we
can, obviously your reports will also be helpful,
do
right?
that? What we
Um,
see. Okay.
Yeah, what you see will be helpful because some of these things are readings based.
Gonna
You check in the
yeah.
bush, the
check in
great
the
berry bush.
Mm.
Nothing.
Huh.
Very slight reading.
Oh,
the,
interesting.
the berry.
Nothing.
What's coming up for? Oh.
Slight reading. Slight reading.
Hmm. I
Anything?
think this train is causing frost rime.
Why do you think that?
What? Why would the train cause frost rime?
What?
We haven't found any frost countering
That doesn't make any
anywhere
sense.
else.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Do you want to roll? Do you want to roll an Arcana check or a
Sure.
Medicine check?
Arcana for sure.
Sure.
That'd be a 19.
19.
Hmm.
You're doing the scientific method. You are trying to eliminate options.
Mhm.
Everything is telling you you're right so far.
Mhm.
All of the data you've collected indicates that frost rime must be related not to leftover radiation from the dragon's breath, right? But must be connected to maybe living on the train? Maybe there's something about the arcane engine or the track, like something about being inside of all this magic and maybe even eating magically created things. You're not 100% sure on that part, but you assume it's train related, that it must be something to do with this strange way that you're living.
Yeah, so I explained that to them, but in a very convoluted and not helpful way.
Got it.
I think that's insane.
Me too. I agree with you.
What a crazy thing. I'm like, this
As someone who's never had frost rime,
weird
you're
about
like,
talking about going back in time.
yeah?
Yeah, so I now am just sitting by my plant, clearing away snow, waiting for somebody else to take charge of the next
So
one.
you can talk to this plant.
Yeah, we're just chatting. I'm telling him about the train. They're like, I don't know what a train is.
Yeah, you keep asking their names and they're like, doesn't make
I
sense.
just happen to be talking to a plant, even
Yeah.
though our conversation is like
Has
two people
anything
who's
else
not talking.
eaten it?
Oh, are we the first people you've seen?
What's a person?
Oh, have you talked to anyone else other that are not other berries?
No, not talk to. Oh, wait, can we understand what she's saying?
Hers is out
yeah,
loud.
yeah. Don't ask if anything has eaten it before.
Oh, Has anything ever eaten you before?
Interesting. I'm going to need, because this is just one bush,
Yeah.
I think I need a luck check from somebody.
Would it be me? Oh,
Whoever wants is going to roll a
Makes
d20.
sense. Makes sense. If you...
Luck.
High number is good, low number is bad. There's
Wait.
no skill for luck. This is just you rolling a
there's-
d20 for
okay.
a random chance.
3.
3. The bush, the berries, that kind of say,
I mean, no. We usually we just grow and die,
Oh,
and then we regrow.
okay.
It's different. Better, I assume.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. They say no.
Anything else?
Do you want to ask anything else?
I don't really know if I can speak to the berry.
Oh no, I'll talk for you.
Oh, did they say anything else besides that nothing eats them?
Did they say anything? Well, we've been chatting about trains. Have they said anything else while we were chatting? Anything weird?
like a luck roll from you.
Well, I'm just saying, I may have heard him say that they just grow back. So. So did they say anything else besides the fact that they just die?
I think just
Okay.
you roll this for something else.
Oh shit!
Crit failed again. This is going
Into the jail. Hair clip jail.
literally.
So they probably told me, but I didn't register it, and
Love
I
it.
don't tell.
So that was actually for something else, but you can fully interpret it.
I
that
don't
way.
tell Aunt Jane.
So yeah, they just describe a life cycle.
Yeah, and like they've been doing it for a while, and I'm like, nope, nothing.
Wait, what was my crit fail for?
Something else.
Damn.
Well,
No.
we've found 2 of the 4 in the last 10
We found
minutes.
one of the 4 and your crazy theory.
Ha ha.
You guys,
Dishwasher.
I'm gonna say this is a max of 30 minutes so far. So you guys have 5.5 hours till
We
we go.
gotta.
Okay.
We
And you're
make
halfway.
We need to start heading that direction.
Okay.
And I point north-ish.
When you look up at the cloud, it now looks more like 2 oranges and a banana.
Oh my god.
I think I see some fruit. I definitely see some fruit in the sky. It looks a little sexual.
Could you roll for cloud for me? Just
Roll for
roll
cloud.
perception so you can stop worrying
Yeah.
about
Cloud
it.
roll. Cloud check.
3.
3. I mean, it does look more and more like a cloud, but you should probably keep an eye on it.
I'm gonna keep an eye on this cloud. It was a dragon and now it's fruit. Maybe it's a shapeshifter of some sort. Some kind of magic I've never seen before.
Okay. I go and I hug the bush before we leave.
The bush kind of goes, huh.
All right. That's nice. Are those lights, the warm lights, gonna stay when you leave?
Yeah, we'll leave them. Please don't put out the fire, you guys.
Well, they last for only a minute.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
I'm
I mean,
sorry.
look, we're hardy folk. We'll survive.
Okay.
But it's nice while it lasted.
I hope I see you again.
Oh. We don't. I mean, we don't have that
I
kind of
love you.
relationship. Oh.
Bye, berry friends!
All right. Well,
Say bye.
we're berries. That's our whole thing. All right.
Are the berries considered flora?
They are
Yeah,
flora.
yeah.
As you leave, you hear one of the young shootlings just go, "What's love?" You have accomplished at least 1, if not 2, of your tasks.
Half an hour down.
I feel
That's
Good.
good.
Wow.
Time is a ticking.
Can't do. You really led us somewhere great. You should choose the next place too.
Awesome warmth, and I say, absolutely not.
Yeah, I doubted you at first, Candu, but you really did prove yourself just now. And that was me that gave you the mage hand. Keep up the good work. And I catch up to Bob.
And I spin around.
It's New York. It's 2004. You're dancing on Broadway. Yeah. All right. You do that. What is the plan? Where exactly are you going next?
So since we've been already traveling west,
About
maybe
4 minutes.
4 minutes,
Yeah.
I want to start heading northwest,
Okay.
like up the thing and slightly.
Okay, so trying to save time
So I'm
instead of
trying
going
to save
northwest,
time.
going
Oh.
northwest.
Yeah.
Okay, that will take you away from the train tracks as much.
Great.
As you start to move, I'd say you immediately realize probably what most people who did the ascent, and there's an entire book chronicling every ascent that's ever happened, or there was, but every one that you might have checked out and read at some point, you have a feeling that a lot of people went north up the mountain, whether it was strategic or emotional. They wanted to be near the tracks and near the train,
Right.
so that every time it went around, maybe someone
They
would
would
see
see
them,
something.
or they could kind of keep an eye on the timing better.
Mm.
So you are leading the group away from the tracks.
Right.
Okay.
I am trying to keep track. I don't know how good at it I am.
Mm-hmm.
These people are my best friends, and I desperately want them to survive. And I'm keeping track of the time to make sure we turn around, including you, even though you don't think the same. And
I give her one compliment and I'm a best friend.
and
My books are my best friend.
and because I really want to make sure we turn around at least 2.5 hours in, so we can make it back to the pickup point.
Okay.
So that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Whether or not we successfully do anything else, I want to be back
get
at the
you.
tracks
An
an hour
I
early.
think I will offer a nature because of the sun, a perception because of the tracks, or even a history check. Just to see how good you are at this measurement.
Nature,
And that will be
history,
how
or
often
perception?
I remind you. Yeah, any of
I'll do
those.
nature, and D20.
Yes, please.
I don't even need to ask. 6.
Okay. The tracks are over this way.
Okay.
You got it. Are you looking for anything as you move, or are you just going,
Yeah,
this is what I was told?
I'm going that way, but I am looking to see if there's anything around, because if it's just white, just anything different.
Mm.
But I'm particularly listening for flapping,
Of
'cause
course.
that's what I was heard. That's what I was-
Anyone who wants to, bear in mind, you can either roll or help people. You can't do both. So anyone who wants to may roll perception or survival, and then we'll see how those go.
Okay. I'll do perception too, because I think I'm looking at the ground for tracks.
Okay.
I'll probably help Miss Montague.
Okay.
Good luck.
You have advantage.
I'm gonna do survival.
Okay. How those dice doing?
Two net ones?
I'm going to just not roll in here. No, I got a 6
6.
with advantage.
You don't see any tracks, but you're generally going northwest, so that's good.
No.
Yeah.
Uh,
16.
Amazing. Are you more concerned with following the directions from Fumer, or more concerned with looking for tracks?
I'm more concerned with looking for tracks.
45 minutes go by.
But I think only 20 minutes have gone by.
Correct. 45 minutes go by.
After the 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we got plenty of time.
You guys are at an hour and 15 gone.
Oh my gosh, I'm scared.
And you haven't really noticed anything except less visible tracks as you keep moving. Can't hear the sound of the train anymore. Berry Bush is starting to become a fond memory, as you haven't noticed any other real differentiation of what's been there. You're still following these directions.
What are we looking for? I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. What are we looking for right now?
Well,
We don't-
when they went north, they were able to find something that was making a noise.
A noise.
Now, one of the trigger said that it was books, and something else, and so they went that way.
Okay.
And, you know,
Okay. Yeah.
Miss
Sorry,
Montague's
I didn't mean to
sister
interrupt.
followed.
My sister went that way too, so I feel like she must have heard something as well. Like,
Yeah. Okay. I didn't mean to offend you guys. I'm
They
sorry.
did say
I was just asking.
they did say they went about an hour north,
Okay.
and then they started heading west.
The
Okay.
thing is, we
So
went
you
west
might need to
first.
travel further, right?
Mm.
All right. So,
No sign of any animals or anything over here.
Any signs of people, bodies?
No
Nothing
tracks
yet.
whatsoever.
I'll call out. Can I call out to animals separate? Do they? Is that like the same as in nature, or if I talk to them
You can speak to all of them.
all at the same time with one
You,
language?
it's if you were to yell, you could communicate to multiple at once, but it might get a little bit of a feedback overload if you
Sure.
actually had a lot of things answer.
Well, I guess now that it's been a while and I checked in,
Hmm.
I think I start listening for flapping now because I don't think I knew that.
Yeah,
before, so
go
I'm-
ahead and roll perception for listening.
Perception. 7.
Okay, not much, but I will say tumbleweed. You're looking all around, really trying to help out with this tracking of anything that could be in the area. And you kind of look back at the tracks you guys have made. Deep, pretty deep tracks for a lot of you. And those tracks are freezing in that shape. You go back and touch one of them. You could even get an impression with your goop form. And it's solid. And you just think to yourself with that roll, these probably last a long time, probably at least a year.
Yeah.
So if you could find tracks, you could probably track them.
If I find tracks, I could probably.
Yes, that is how tracks work.
No, you don't understand, guys. They're frozen solid, which means whoever was here before us, or any sort of animal, we would know that they've been there too. It wouldn't have disappeared, so there's nowhere. We're going the wrong way.
So we should head northeast, is what you're saying, and try to find the path that they walked.
All this direction is confusing me.
What's...
Yeah, you guys only ever have to go up train or down train.
Okay.
And snow obviously will fill in things like that, but you can right now start using your pseudopods. You could just like sweep snow to give yourself a better chance at seeing tracks.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm doing that then.
So what direction?
East.
Well, we should
Northeast?
probably go northeast to go back. Since the history check, most people just went up the thing, right?
Most people went up. A lot of them tried to get on the train early
Yeah.
at a slower time because it gets faster on the descent. So a lot of people go straight up the mountain and try and catch it as early as they can. And so if somebody opens the door for them, right, into the jump car, they just get on. The shortest descent was probably 3 hours.
We went this way first, right?
Yeah.
We went this way and then we went this way. So now I'm saying we should probably go back.
To redirect north.
Yeah, towards the train tracks.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna
And-
follow wherever you go. I'm sorry, I'm good with spells and healing people. I'm not really good with direction. I just really want to find my sister.
Yeah. I'll do anything to help you find your sister.
Thank you.
Anything.
Oh, thank you.
I would die.
I walk a little bit closer to the doctor. I'm the doctor to the teacher. I'm a little bit
Just this
weirded out.
massive
I'm this tall and she's this tall.
I am
Yeah.
keeping an eye out just in
die
case
for you.
anything tries to
Yeah.
hit my new best friend.
That is so
Northeast
funny.
it is.
northeast it is.
And I'm gonna try to help her as well. Or him
Okay.
as well.
So as you help tumbleweed, one more round of perception or survival checks.
I'm listening hard
You
now.
haven't managed this time.
Okay.
So you're gonna roll with advantage, tumbleweed.
Ooh.
And then roll one.
What is it? Sorry.
Perception or survival?
8 plus 6 is 14.
No, just 8 plus.
13.
14.
13,
15.
14, 15.
Hey.
Much better. As you start recorrecting going northeast, I'm going to say because you're sweeping, you do start to see tracks. They're fainter as if maybe not from as heavy or as large of an individual. And they're also not boot tracks. They seem almost more like maybe a claw, but with one of them kind of goes back a little, maybe a hind. You haven't really studied animals that much. You know about a lot of things a little bit, but it would take something like animal handling to really identify what kind of track it is. And for the 13 and the 14, get to that in a second.
You ever seen any of these sort of like shapes in your books?
I'm gonna try to remember if I've seen a shape like that in my books.
Have
I
I?
think animal handling is actually going to have to be the skill for
okay.
this.
That's. Oh, okay. Oh, oddly, it's plus nothing. Oh, 16.
16.
Are we all rolling
Very-
it, or just-
Whoever wants to can. It's a new check.
I'll do it for shits and gigs.
So I got a little bit more confidence since
Mhm.
I'm like, yeah, those, I think I've seen those before. What are they?
Anyone else going to roll? Or
I
we,
did.
we
I got 14.
Sure.
14?
Are
Okay.
we all rolling?
Might as well.
Oh,
19?
Of course, the teacher.
And 19.
9. No, 9 plus 1, 10.
So with a 10, was it 13 or 14?
14.
14. You guys both are thinking bird. You're thinking like a heavy bird, and you're a little like what could it be? With a 16, you're like, I think that's one of them. What are those birds that don't fly? They wear the suits,
These are those tuxedo birds, for sure.
Flamingos.
Yeah.
Tux.
No, it is a 16.
You think it's...
I read this before, and I reach back into my past, which usually I blot out because it hurts. But I reach back, and I remember those nights I used to hide in the library and just read, and this word is coming back to me. Penlin.
And you,
Penguin.
with a 19, are fairly confident she's talking about a penguin.
So you're talking about penguin.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's like regional. But yeah,
That's a
I've
nickname
heard
for penguins?
penguins too.
And you think it makes sense this could be a penguin track. It's a little bit heavier than you'd expect. It must be like a full adult or
Really big.
large penguin or something along those
How
lines.
big is the track compared to my hand?
Your hand. Maybe a little bigger.
A little bigger.
Which
These
is
are-
unusual.
These are very big penguins, if these are penguins.
I don't know what a penguin is.
It's a flightless bird. Usually they're, docile.
Flightless, so there should be more tracks.
And
There should be more.
remember those checks that you guys rolled? You do start to hear a shh noise like sliding nearby.
I do.
Both of you hear it a little bit. It's tough to place, but eventually you're able to go, oh, that's not just wind.
Do you hear that?
What do you hear?
It's like this shh kind of sound, but I don't think doesn't sound like wind.
Can I try to talk?
Attempt-
Because I
you
can
attempt
speak
to?
to animals.
Sure.
I say, hey, penguins. Hey, penguins.
Hey, penguins! I don't know. I'm just trying to help her.
You can go ahead and roll persuasion.
Persuasion.
Yeah.
Can I help her since I'm saying it with?
No, not I'm.
Not in this case. 'Cause
'Kay.
5.
Yeah. Dang! I was like, can I help this in?
would you like to try and follow the track?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, so you have a general direction just because of the
That's
tracks
so
they've already found,
Yeah.
but just to be really specific, go ahead and roll survival.
17.
17.
Ooh.
You follow the direction. The noise you both heard stops. After you say that, the noise stops.
After we say, hey, penguin?
I say sorry.
Perhaps we should be a little on guard since we don't know what this is.
Oh. The sound. Well, it stopped now, so I'm not sure.
What's that now?
The sound.
But the tracks keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Let's
I don't know what to do.
be real safe following random tracks of giant penguins.
Okay.
But I thought the goal was to find the flora and the fauna.
She's.
That's
right.
one goal.
We found the flora. Penguins? Are they fauna?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
Can we find the fauna after we find my sister?
Well, you have the tracks now. It might be tough to find them again.
It might be hard to find them again. If we get too far away, everything's white. It'll blend together. We're either gonna live or we're gonna die.
That's right.
That is correct.
What were you going to say?
Yeah, out of game question. Fauna includes monsters or includes animals?
There have been no reports of either, so I don't think they...
It doesn't
I
matter.
know.
I think they're like, if something can survive,
Survive.
we want to know about it.
Okay.
How do we take a sample of fauna?
So you've got tracks, or you could just leave and go somewhere else?
Look, you guys, we could just draw these tracks. They could be the proof that we found fauna.
You said these tracks last for a long time. Is this like 10 years old, or is this like,
You think these are more recent for sure.
Definitely recent.
Well, then we definitely know something's living out here.
You hear the sliding noise again.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Huh?
We heard it again. That sliding sort of noise.
Okay.
Do penguins
We should
fly?
get going. We only have 5.5 hours left.
Less than that. But yes, we can look at this sliding noise if you all want to. But again, going towards things can be dangerous.
I think we should go toward it, because what if that thing has my sister?
That's 2-4.
It's true.
One against and one completely neutral.
And then we
Oh
could
wait,
take
no,
a
I
sip.
vote with her.
Okay, let's go.
Forward.
I'm
Are you-
strong.
Are you trying to be quiet about this?
Yes.
I would like everyone to roll stealth.
I'm definitely also in the back.
Sure. As a reminder, can do, you have disadvantage.
I have disadvantage.
Do I have advantage? Because
But I also have +7.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I'm naturally stealthy. Does that help?
Yeah.
That's a halfling ability.
Yes.
I don't think it's
Lightfoot halfling.
Does it say?
Naturally
specifically?
stealthy. Yep. You can.
But does it give you advantage?
No. It just says that I can hide.
You can hide.
Oh, we have
other-
disadvantage. 10.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was.
Wait, I thought.
I got 19.
I got 26.
26.
Nat 20, baby! Yay! It's the first one.
Excellent.
As a halfling, that's awesome.
Well, we're not gonna worry then about anything. That 10 completely taken over with some help from your friends. They just literally, I think at some point
Trying to
someone
kill you.
goes, bend down.
It's
And you go,
probably-
oh. You get to, following the tracks, stealthily low to the ground. You realize you're coming up on what looks like a mini hill of snow, right? Like a jutting out piece of you're not sure if it's land or just densely packed snow, so some way that it would have slid down the mountain. But you see, and it's tough, right, to not have a perspective point when you see something in the distance, because everything's just all white. But you do see a black and white creature that appears to be waddling up a hill. And when it gets to the top, it turns around and throws itself down. And it's slides down, just like the noise you heard. And then that noise stops once it runs out of momentum. Gets up awkwardly, starts walking back up.
Are these creatures really stupid?
I think it's having fun or something.
I hold my screams. I've never seen them before.
Can I think back, like, is that like a mating thing? Is that a fit? Like, would I know anything? Books? Any books?
You could. We'll go off your older roles, right? Let's just say that you don't know exactly what it would signify, but it wouldn't be unusual for a penguin to do this, and you're not sure if it's just like a boredom activity, right? Or if it is maybe juvenile, right? And maybe it doesn't have as much of a role yet that it's figured out. Maybe it reminds you a little of yourselves.
And there's only one.
Only one that you can see.
Okay, so we really don't want to like scare it, right? Yeah. And you can like talk to it. Maybe like
I would advocate for less actual whispering,
Okay.
just for the microphone.
Sure. Yeah. So I'm whispering. Like
Like a breathy stage whisper.
breathy stage whisper. We should make sure that we don't scare it. So let's all not approach it. But you said you could talk to it.
Yeah.
Maybe like approach real careful. If you think it has like some kind of food that it might like, maybe that would work.
What should
but-
I say?
I could change my form to look like it. You could be behind me the whole time talking to it.
Great idea.
That's smart.
Tell it not to eat me. I'm scared.
I'll pass on that message.
Okay.
What should I say?
Well, if you're pretending to be a penguin,
Okay.
act like a penguin.
Act like a penguin.
Yeah. Slide on your stomach like it's doing. You.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Go.
All right. So I stay out of sight and like sort of trudge through the snow to make sure that I get close enough to stay behind her.
So you're like, what, 30, 20 feet behind Tumbleweed?
Wherever I can stay out of sight, but still kind of move toward it.
I'll allow it with the 30 feet because of those previous
Doesn't
stealth
appear.
rolls. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you change your form. Describe how you do that.
Right. So I like look at it for like almost a whole minute, and then slowly like bubbles like come out of my body, and I am no longer like humanoid form. I just look like a weird like looking shadow penguin almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. So you start to waddle closer, doing your best imitation of this
Mm-hmm.
this thing. As you get closer, both of you, but particularly you, as you're going to get the closest, you kind of feel just a surreal feeling, right? This is such a strange thing to be doing after a life on the train.
Yeah.
You think about your mentor, Dudu P. You know now for a fact that your father, Blitzkrieg, attempted to contact you. And Dudu P apparently just punched them. and then left you a cryptic fecal sample instead of just telling you what was going on. How do you feel about that?
I feel like a little bit of an identity issue here, because I always believed Dudupi would do the best for me, but the fact that he didn't just straight out tell me is a little weird. And I want revenge for him, but I always thought like it would be the person who was my dad, but now I don't know who killed him.
Yeah. And I think you hold the memory of how they died. Do you want to give a little description? I don't think you've said yet.
Did I see it?
Well, the aftermath, whatever you think you would know about it.
Oh, yeah. I think I found him just like on the ground, like bloody all over. And I was like, a mess that I had to clean. So like me doing that was really, really sad. And, finding his body like so violently, killed.
Stabbed?
I think he was stabbed, yeah.
Okay. So you have that image on the one hand, right? This terrible moment in your life. But you also have an earlier memory, maybe one of your first memories of when you got your name from this adoptive father, Dudupi, and you remember them grabbing a can of something, sudsy, and opening it and saying, well, you just roll around everywhere, don't you? Like a little tumbleweed. Oh, that's good. And you didn't know what that was.
Yeah.
And they would say, well, a tumbleweed, it kind of rolls around, collects things as it goes. It gets bigger over time, it's like you see a swirl of snow. You see a snowball that's created by this wind start to move down the hill. Directly between you and this creature. And as you get closer, you realize that the form you've chosen is a little smaller than this other thing. It's quite large, and its arms are a little different than yours as well. At the end of the wings looks kind of like claws. And you realize it doesn't look just like a penguin. It looks... There's another creature that you've heard of before, and this looks like a version of it, a variant. The word owlbear is in your head, and you realize as you get close and this creature stops, turns to look at you. You realize this must be a peng bear. It's about 10 feet tall, massive claws. And as it looks at you, it goes... And I would like you to roll stealth or deception.
Okay, let's do deception. We got 12.
Okay. I'm now gonna roll, I guess, insight. Okay. What do you say?
I am like, okay, Anjay is watching. Don't mess this up. And I, along with my constant anxiety that I always have, a little bit of excitement because I can't believe how well this is going. We've already done so much more than any other team, and I can tell that our names are going down in history as long as we can get back to the train. And so I'm not paying attention to the owlbear or her. I don't know what's going on. And so I start riffing the best I can. Boy, I sure do like sliding down on my tummy. Oh boy, I'm just gonna slide down this hill. It's so much fun. Favorite activity? You wanna be friends?
Do we hear this?
Yeah, because it's for them. It's just speaking common, but it can be understood.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So I would like you to roll deception,
Okay.
or I guess you could roll persuasion if you really feel like you're channeling this character.
Both are -1.
I
So
like
I'll
it.
do deception.
I look to Bob.
I got a 15. Oh, wait, no, -1. I got a 14.
Okay. All right, let me just check one thing. 1 second.
I try to like, oh, my stomach getting a little cold.
Should you like a slide?
And oh, I think every little penguin is out here like slobber.
You know what?
Have a great day. Oh, you love it too?
Okay, I have to make a DM call. Owlbears are monstrosities, not beasts. I don't care. So this pangbear goes,
Yeah, I do like sliding on that tunnel. But I ain't seen you around these parts here before.
Oh, that's crazy. I come here all the time. And are you? Yeah. Oh, man, I gotta tell you, I found some hills around here, but this is by far the best one.
oh, interesting. Well, let me tell you something. And all you guys hear is this. But you hear them say, or I guess you hear them say, and you will have to hopefully react to this.
Oh, yeah, well, this is my hill. So if I were you, I'd take those tiny claws and to go a different place.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll start backing away now for my own safety. Backing away slowly.
Oh, hold on a second now. Where are you headed? I ain't seen you in the caves.
That's because I live south.
What? What's south?
South is a magical land where
What's magic?
Am I slowly backing away?
Yeah, it seems to be.
there are only slopes forever.
Okay. I'm going to say that that is going to give you advantage on a final deception check.
Okay. Come on. Oh, no.
You can roll one more time.
Yeah, you advantage.
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
Okay, we've got 16.
Okay. So as you say that, it goes,
So is there room south? Or maybe more sliding? If it's all slopes.
you guys just hear,
Like, I think it's walking towards it.
Fuck. Yeah. You just gotta head that way. You never have to climb up a hill ever again.
so you're each
It's
string
all
away.
sliding down. I'm hoping it goes.
So you're going
Just
at-
straight on. Just keep going and don't look back.
Why are you going in a different direction to the place you've told me is your home?
I have some things to do.
Checks out to me.
and they waddle away.
Did they leave? Oh, sorry, go on.
Can I sleight of hand their body?
That'd be really
You want
Feel
you want a
it.
feather?
One second before you leave, I need a quick hug.
Oh, I'm not. It's not mating season.
No, this is platonic.
What's platonic?
Why are you asking for that? What are you doing?
Are you trying to have sex with this?
No, I'm trying to get some proof that we saw it.
We fucking
What's proof?
Oh no, I'm speaking commons whispers.
You're always speaking common, but okay, you're whispering. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's where actual whispering is.
Sorry.
I should have thought about it.
Okay, but we don't have a sample. Maybe she should touch it and get a sample of it. You should do it.
That's putting tumbleweed in danger.
She'll be okay.
I'm
He'll
just
be
like
okay.
slowly like.
Are you
looking
walking
around.
towards it?
I'm just like
Like he looks confused.
definitely walking towards.
Okay.
Go for a feather.
You get there, and very awkwardly, the other pink bear is going, I don't know how to do this. Oh. Roll sleight of hand.
Okay. 13.
Total.
Mm-hmm.
That's total.
Okay. What do you take?
Feather.
What are you doing?
Hugging?
It touches you, and it squeezes, and there's, I assume, a squish.
Ow!
What do you do?
I'm gonna like blob myself.
You're gonna go flat, like
I'm
full
gonna
on.
go full on flat.
Okay. Roll deception, I guess.
Oh, or
Oh no.
Go flat. I believe the feather just kind of stays on top of the puddle, right?
Yeah.
So it just goes. Starts to like look around. Okay. And then it just kind of gets down on all fours. It bites into you. It seems to be still very confused, but is trying to figure out, is this water? What is this thing?
do I still have alcohol in my system?
I will roll a constitution save
Thank
for that.
you.
But is there anything, does this affect damage at all, being in this form? That'll still...
Not really.
It doesn't seem like it does.
Okay, so it'll just be regular. Oh, not as much as I thought it would be. Okay, you take 13 piercing damage
Sheesh.
Oh.
as it kind of just beaks into you. I would like you to roll a constitution saving throw to not cry out.
Oh no.
Oh, with advantage.
Ooh.
Roll again. Seven.
Total?
Total.
So you make some kind of a noise.
Shoot.
It looks drunk and confused. And it goes... And you hear it say, pretty good, whatever it is. Goes in for another one.
No!
Can we do something?
You guys can act right now, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
before the second.
Yes. Oh wait. May I?
You guys decide. There's no initiative. You've
I have a
hidden.
goading maneuver because I'm like, oh, this is my fault, and I try to say, hey, over here.
So you can do that. It would need to be part of an attack.
Oh, I
So
have to attack first.
Goading attack is when you hit with an attack, you go, I'm going to make this a goading attack.
Okay.
So if you want to do that, you can. Is anyone else doing something?
Fireball.
Fire.
Bolt.
Okay, that's what I was checking.
Not fireball.
Go ahead and roll firebolt.
18 plus 7, so
Definitely 100% hits. Roll your damage. I believe it's 2d10.
yeah.
Are we fighting?
12.
Yes, so.
12. Fire just hits it. And it goes. And you hear, ow! What is that? Come on! Anyone doing anything else?
Does this? Do I think it's gonna back off?
Hey, what's he doing?
Don't know.
It
does. I'll say that because you're talking to it, you don't know if it's connecting taking a bite to being hit with fire. Like it's trying to figure out, am I being burned because of something I did, or is someone doing something to me?
Okay. I'm worried about my friend getting hurt.
Yeah.
So I try to shoot an arrow.
Go ahead. You have 2 attacks if you want. You can make both.
I'm going to shoot a clean fork and a dirty fork.
Okay.
And I'm going to, you're going to have to tell me how to do this, make a goading because I'm not near them.
Yeah, you can use your bow to do it.
So I'm going to try to draw attention away.
So let's start with a clean fork attack.
Okay.
So roll a d20, add the same bonus you would for your longbow.
Okay. That's a 15
You hit.
plus 7.
You hit.
22. Do I hit?
You hit. I was trying to save you the math.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Okay.
Okay, so roll damage first. I wrote short bow, but I guess it would be a long bow.
Oh, sorry.
No. A d8
D8
plus,
plus
I think it's 4. Yeah.
Shoot.
D8 looks like a diamond.
An 8.
Yep. Got it.
That's a 2 plus 4 is 6.
Okay, gotcha.
And now
Did you want to make this one the goading attack?
Yes.
So roll an additional d8 of damage.
And what do I roll extra for clean fork?
That's their speed will be reduced.
Oh, yeah. 4.
4 more damage. Okay. And I will roll to beat your save on a goading attack. Let's see here.
Which is 15.
Is it wisdom?
Oh, wisdom save for enemy.
They fail. They are goaded and will have
Okay.
disadvantage on everyone but you.
I say, hey, big dummy. You're a failure.
Okay. Do your other dirty fork
And
attack.
he understands me because
He
I'm
does?
consistent
Yeah.
animal.
They will react if they survive.
So okay, and then I roll a.
It's up to you guys.
34.
You've surprised them and are attacking.
So their speed is reduced by 10, and then.
And then a
attack
second
skills-
roll
oh,
of a
okay.
d20.
Oh, to see if I hit.
See if you hit with the
That's
second.
right, and I get a plus. What? Wait. 19
You hit?
plus 7 is 26.
Sorry. You do hit though.
Okay. And
So
then
now you
I
roll-
a d8.
Uh-huh. And then add
That's
your
4.
poison damage.
Wait, d8 plus 4, and then. Sorry, that's for the longbow, right?
This is the fork attack. You said a dirty fork attack?
Yes.
So you'll also use the additional damage that a dirty fork does.
Okay, so d8 plus 4 is 4 plus 8, and then I roll a d6.
Okay, yeah, add a d6 of poison.
4,
Amazing.
12.
They are almost bloodied already.
Oh,
Excellent.
okay.
Other people can still act.
What's it doing now? What's it?
It's
look like?
reacting. So in this round, it was about to take another bite and then got rocked by
get
fire
shot.
and two
Yeah.
two forks.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay.
I'm gonna dodge because I have bonus
Uncanny dodge?
action. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna
Oh,
take the
yeah.
dodge
You can
action
do-
as your
do-
cunning
But
action.
are they?
The uncanny dodge.
Just so you know,
for the damage.
they already have disadvantage to hit you because of the goading attack.
Oh, okay.
So you can do whatever you want. You could disengage if you wanted. You could.
Is it biting? It's just biting and taking a piece, or it's biting and
You
locking?
don't know how it's going to react to this. It's going to go after you guys because you've technically surprised it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna disengage and then I will do the thingy.
Sure.
And hide.
Are you attacking or?
No, I'm gonna disengage and then I'll probably attack.
It's up to you.
Cause you bit me.
If you want, you can attack first, so you can use your plunger.
Yeah, let me do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll 13 plus. Oh wait,
You hit.
Yep.
yeah, and then D8.
Nope.
That's the one.
Yep.
Yeah, they're not wearing armor.
Yeah.
4 plus 5.
Mhm.
9.
Did you add your sneak attack?
What's a sneak?
Is it surprised?
It's fully surprised right now.
Yeah, you sneak
Roll,
attack.
3 of these.
5. 4. 4.
9.
So 13, and what was the first number? From the regular base
8.
damage?
Or 9.
9.
20.
Only
22.
He's down.
Almost.
Oh, almost.
Almost.
Okay.
So it gets rocked with the plunger right on the beak, and as you rip it off, you do that damage. I presume you start to move, use your movement to get out of there?
Yeah.
Okay, you can move 30 feet. Its speed is also reduced because of clean fork. It might not be able to get you. It looks so rough that you could knock it out or kill it right now. It looks wrecked. It's never felt fire before.
I also feel horrible, but I don't want it to continue to attack. So I'm gonna cast magic missile. Oh.
So a D4,
3d4, right?
or
Let's
yeah.
see what hits so first, right?
No, magic.
So magic missile
Hits
auto
automatically, right,
hits.
right, yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you, you can roll 3d4 plus 3.
Copy that. 3, 5, 6, 10.
As you create these magic missiles and send them in its direction. Are you trying to kill it or knock it out?
Knock it out.
Oh! I was gonna eat the bottle! And it collapses. Everyone else hears. And it is knocked out, unconscious. You guys did over 59 points of damage in that round.
Oh, wow. Oh, I got the feather.
You can get the feather, a bunch of blood.
Ooh.
It's up to you. It's knocked out, guys.
No, I know. I say, take a couple extra and let's get out of here.
I go and pluck a feather off. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, done.
But I might touch.
I do have the slide, so I can hand you a slide. If you want to take a blood sample.
We already knew it was alive.
But the people on the train won't believe us unless we come back with firm evidence.
Did I mess up again?
Are you going to take a blood sample?
Yeah, that's what I'm
You
gonna
take a blood sample. You have peng bear blood.
I have a feather.
You got feathers. Great. Okay, you guys get all the pieces that you would want. What's next?
How you feeling there, Tumbleweed? Tumbleweed.
I'm pretty sore.
I go over and I start apologizing profusely. I'm so sorry. I'm such an idiot. I pushed it too far. That was all my fault. I do a... Oh, wait. For my second wind, is that
That's
only on
just
me?
for you, unfortunately.
Oh.
But I go over to TT and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, go
Alright.
ahead and roll a d8.
Love you even more for it.
D8 plus whatever your charisma bonus is. All right, you guys can take another thing off
5.
your list. 5 health back to
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Nice.
So take what off? Oh, yes.
Yeah, mark off. You use magic missile and cure wounds,
Yep, I have
both
mine.
first level. You guys, flora, fauna, frost rime.
Can I check what time it is?
I will also check what time it is.
I forgot what I'm checking.
And
at.
the-
So you don't need to roll. I'm gonna have you roll,
Okay.
The
just
great,
because you will be off still because of your last roll. That you
Okay.
made.
the Great Berry doesn't come into place until 3 rounds. We said.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? It's history?
Nature or perception.
Okay. Before you said also history, but...
Oh, you can roll history if I said that.
Okay.
It's I'm guessing because you're judging it by the sun is my guess.
Oh.
History, I guess, was me saying if you're literally trying to remember
yeah.
every time. So
I'm-
go ahead. Yeah.
21.
21. You guys, after kind of moving away from this area and recovering a little bit, 2 hours have passed. And I would like everybody to roll a Constitution saving throw for the weather.
Oh.
Now, you do all have potions,
Ruh-roh.
so that's something to keep in mind.
Ruh-roh.
So I'll come to you guys one by one. Can do.
9.
9. Okay. Tumbleweed.
3.
Oh.
2 failures so far.
Oh, damn.
Constitution, you said?
Yeah.
19.
19, you pass. You don't have to worry about it. 4.
4.
You pass.
Oh.
Okay. So, for the people who failed Can Do and Tumbleweed, you have now hit 1 failure.
Oh.
You are going to have reduced speed. You're going to move at half speed unless you succeed the next roll. So if you have 30 feet of movement, now it's 15. It's fairly cold. It's not debilitating, but it is tiring. So you're now struggling as if it's difficult terrain, even when it isn't. Obviously, with your cunning action, you can dash, so you can make up the time that way. But you are going to get slowed down a little bit. Keep track of how many failures and successes you have for the weather.
Okay.
I'll do it as well. I've marked it down. So far, we have 1 failure after 2 hours with Tumbleweed and Can Do. Where are you headed next?
Did you say I have to roll again to see?
No. Every 2 hours, you guys are going to
I
roll.
understand. I'm moving at 15 feet per second.
Mhm.
After I finish apologizing, I say, let's go find your sister. We only have 5 hours left.
Less than that.
Your math
Less
is
than
not
that?
really up to...
We have 4 hours left.
We have 4 hours left?
Yeah.
We have a half an hour to find your sister.
There's no way we can find her.
And then we have to turn around, because otherwise we're not getting back on that train.
We can catch this train on its way down.
You could, if
But
you
it'd be
head back
harder.
towards the tracks at some point,
It'll be
try and
fine.
catch it early.
You seem pretty confident, Teach.
Yep.
Have you ever done it before? How do you know it'd be fine? They said it's the hardest to catch it when it's going down the hill.
Well, my wand, I can talk to them, so we can try to get their help to get us on.
Okay, well, let's get going.
You think they care about us? They wouldn't have left us out here like this if they cared about us.
I think some
We
people are cared
volunteered.
about more than others.
What,
Wait,
my-
you think this is a
my mo-
volunteer?
You think my mom? Wait, what?
This isn't a volunteer thing.
I think.
Ascension?
I didn't volunteer.
Oh yeah, no, me neither. I didn't volunteer either, so we should probably keep going because we got a time. You said time is ticking, so we should probably keep walking, and I start walking ahead of the
Okay.
group.
Where are you now headed towards?
I want to go up.
She's at the front of the group, so.
Yeah, where are you going?
I stop and go. I don't know where I'm going.
Okay. So what is the heading, right? Are you headed for just up? Are you following Fumer's directions? What's the plan?
Trying to follow Femur's directions.
Okay. I would like a survival check. You can roll it at advantage if you have someone helping.
Someone help me. I'm trying to figure out the directions here. Anyone else good at helping?
Do I
with that?
have a helping thing that I?
You can just help as an action, basically trying to give your...
How
your-
often?
For a role like this, you're
I'll help you.
constantly trying to figure it out based on
I just make
maps
it-
and train.
Yeah.
So every time I ask for one, someone can use the help action instead of
I can
rolling.
always.
What?
do it.
Which?
If you're next to
Almost.
the person, right?
What am I doing? Nature?
Next person, yeah.
Survival.
Survival. 11.
Oh,
11.
yikes.
Not
Nature.
super high DC.
Nature.
Not a super high DC for this, right? You already know generally how far away from the tracks you should be. You know the directions, and you've made this roll a few times. A higher roll would make this faster.
Mhm.
It was an 11.
11.
30 minutes passes.
Oh no.
You guys.
You get to the area that you are 100% sure this is where Fumer pointed us towards.
Great. Can you do the brushy, find the track thing?
Yeah, I can.
I'll try to help you as much as I can.
I use mage hand to help.
Okay.
Perception.
Roll one, okay.
Oh,
Ooh, nat 20.
27.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Nat T020.
Holy hell. With that natural 20, you are 100% sure that you can see as you brush away the snow. Absolutely nothing.
There's nothing here. I'm certain of it. We must have gone the wrong way.
We don't have time to.
You don't think you went the wrong way.
Teach?
So there's nothing here. We're on the right track. I don't understand what's happening.
I
Well-
spin around and listen or look for anything.
You can roll perception.
Yeah, I also want to hear to see if I
11.
can hear anything.
You can roll perception as well, 11. You're not. Are you hearing anything?
Nope, that's a 5. This dice.
You guys have 3.5 hours left. You're fairly certain that with 40 minutes you could get at least in the path of the train. But there's nothing in this area for you to examine. You haven't looked for dragon sign yet, and you haven't seemed to be able to find any trace of your sister.
How do we look for dragons?
Yeah, what would we be looking for dragon sign?
So the same way a hunter would look for bear sign or moose sign, it could
Prints
be
or poop.
tracks or droppings, rubbings. There are, rocks occasionally. The mountain itself is something you could examine. But essentially it would survival, but you wouldn't be trying to find human tracks. You'd be looking for dragon sign.
Yeah.
Can I check outside if there's any kind of... I'm not using detect magic, but can I just see if there's any kind of magic being used outside? I don't have detect magic.
You have in your party a Firbolg who once per day can cast detect
Oh
magic.
yeah.
Just naturally.
I forgot.
It's okay.
Okay. Yeah, because we're in the middle of nowhere. We're running out of time.
Mhm.
I'm checking for anything, so I think I would cast detect magic.
Okay. That allows you to see signs of arcana magic. And if you saw any, it would help you identify the kind of magic that was happening. You look in the direction of the tracks. Maybe you could see a glow, but it's so far away you'd have to walk back there to examine it, and you don't see any magic around here. So I would like an insight check from you.
Yikes. 12.
12 is good enough. there was a difference in how Fumer asked you to build a fire and just wait by the tracks. There was a difference between how they sounded when they said that and how they told the story of what happened to Terry and your sister. There's a chance that they were wrong. You usually don't forget things like that.
Yeah. What could I do with that information?
Well, do you share it with the rest of the group?
Yeah, I share that with the rest of the group. I'm an open book.
You think that farmer guy lied? Would he have reason to lie?
You talk to him too. What do you think?
Do we know anything about his people treating him poorly? Did your sister?
Yeah, he was ignored before. Nobody really knew his name. We just call him Fumer. Basically, when he was a kid, somebody called him Smelly once, and it stuck because he had heard pronounce name. And the only thing you would have known about him besides that was he was the hero who came back from the Ascent last year.
When he came back from the Ascent, did he come back early or did he come back at the exact same point where...
It wasn't the exact same point, but it was the same amount. It was 6 hours. It was the right amount of time. They were not exactly where they jumped off, but close.
Close to. So maybe he just sat there with a campfire and he never moved, and the rest of the party left.
Well, you haven't seen. Now that you know what to look for, you haven't really looked at
Campfire.
the tracks from last year. If you could find them, you guys had already
Yeah.
moved away from that point before you had figured out how to
yeah.
look.
I thought we were trying to because they said north and then west, so we were trying
You
to
were headed where you were
intercept.
told to go.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Could have lied to us.
Do you think he? Do you know, I always found it odd that my sister didn't make it back. If anyone would have made it back, it would have been her, not Fumer.
What kind of... And I'm just going to make a campfire by us, just since we're...
I'm gonna help you. I
Sure, yeah.
create a bonfire too.
Yeah.
What kind of personality did your sister have?
She was loving, protective, cunning, sweet, strong. She was a team player. You know, we aren't halflings. We're not raised to be mean-hearted people. We care for everyone. But I did find it odd that when Fuma came back, he never came to our family to apologize or anything. He was one of the last people to ever see my sister.
And I'll add to that as well some stuff you would know about her sister. Very well liked, very easygoing, someone that everybody would joke about. Oh, you're gonna be, running for conductor, when you're old enough. A lot of people in a school, right, in a classroom, every now and then someone gets picked out as, oh, they're gonna be a professional football player. They're gonna be, most
Like
likely to
superlative
succeed.
type thing.
So I think that is a lot of people had Belgier pegged as like a future leader.
Future leader. What do we know about Fumer's family?
Doesn't really have them, like a lot of people on the train.
Well, do you think that your sister found what we found and this area is livable and she's looking for something more?
She didn't come back. I don't know. All I know is that she wanted to come out here for a reason, and she never really went into explicit detail. I was hoping when she came back she would tell us what it was, but she never came back.
The mission was to get the info and bring it back. It's the only way. You guys know from how political the situation becomes every year. It's tough to persuade people to do anything.
And Fuma didn't come back with any flora, no fauna, no dragon sign, and no frost ring.
The official report, which in brief goes out on the PA system the day after the ascent, was nothing. Ice and snow everywhere.
Do you think... Why would... Well, if he never left that location...
So he says.
Well, no, he said he went. He went up the thing and they peeled off. But if we were thinking he lied and he literally just made a bonfire at the beginning and never left, then he wouldn't have found anything.
But I find it weird that he would let them leave him alone out here in the middle of nowhere.
You find that weird because you've always had a family. I get it. He's a coward. I wouldn't do it myself, but you guys think you've got everything in your life. You think you're so popular. The rest of us, we had to scoop up your shit and mop up the floors and wash dishes.
I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I'm sorry. I also play my part on the train. I respect everyone. I'm just saying. I just feel like if only 4 people come out each year, why would one person leave 3 to go alone and together, and he stay by himself? We've never been out here. We don't know what's out here. That's not safe for anyone.
I agree. We should go back and quit.
I didn't say that.
Oh
Wait,
no,
quit?
sorry. I take it back. I'm sorry.
I'm really at a loss right now. We don't have much time. Is there light? How's the light? The
You
sun.
guys, it's only been a few minutes of conversation.
I
You're
mean, is the
still
sun
at-
still where it was when we came out?
Oh, the sun is gonna start setting soon.
It's getting a little bit darker.
Yeah. Because you've been out for 2.5 hours, it's closer
Yeah.
to 5:30. You got a feeling the sun's
Yeah.
gonna set soon.
And how high we've gone up the mountain? Can we see any difference in the terrain at all?
What are you looking for by difference in the train?
Well, like mostly it's just whiteness, right?
Yeah.
From snow. Anything that looks different than that.
It looks like, with the direction of the wind, that you're on the side with the most snow. So if you were to go back almost the opposite direction, right, you would eventually get to where the ascent, the jump train opens and everybody gets let off. And then you could go around and it would be more rocky rather than snowed and frozen, you assume. You had thought when you got out here the whole thing would be a big icicle,
Yeah.
Yeah.
big ice cube.
Right.
It's bad, but it's not as bad as you thought.
Talking of the history of the North, how much different is this to how it was long ago?
Before,
Yeah.
make a history check.
That is 19.
Wow. You would have at some point glanced at a book that, you were waiting for someone to finally bring it back in so you could read it again, but it was never returned, or it was returned and it was destroyed. And this book was a really detailed history of the Northern Kingdoms by somebody who, would never have expected how important it would be to have that, right? And yes, in it, you remember reading it, talking about, a snowy mountain or a snowy mountain top, but it would have made sense scientifically, going up, more wind, lower temperature. That all is fairly normal. Cobbling together things you've heard people say, because there are people who live on the train who were there before. And they always reported how strange it was for a dragon, for no reason, to attack so much so lightly. But there are people who have said, I saw it. They described the dragon Shanshnakhta as being basically the size of the mountain. The size of something so great that people haven't built anything to resemble it. In our world, it's a skyscraper. It's something insanely large. And as if it had gone mad. Like when a bear were to end up in a town, right? It was definitely bad news. But it's tough to know how long something like that would last. It definitely happened, but it's possible to tell.
Well, what are our choices? We wander aimlessly.
We try a different direction.
We go back to where they started and try to look for tracks again.
How far away from the train do you think we are?
We're walking for hours. Wouldn't it take us that long to
Well,
get
you've
back?
also
we
mostly
started headed back.
Oh.
yeah, and you haven't gone all, like, you only went only west for like 3 or 4 minutes,
I mean,
and
we-
then it was northwest.
Yeah.
You can probably make it back in 30-45 minutes, depending on how well you hustle.
Head a different direction?
I'm not seeing anything else in front of us.
Yeah, I think he might have lied to us.
Can I ask you guys a question? Do you think my sister's still out here?
Do you think she's one that can survive?
Alive?
We haven't seen any human tracks.
Have we checked for them?
We didn't go back and
You've
check.
been looking for
everything.
tracks, but you were looking in one direction.
Why don't we go and look at it? I don't want to end up like my... Why don't we go back a different direction and check for tracks again, one last time, and if we don't find anything, I'll make my peace, and I think we should head back.
Okay.
The sun is setting, and it's probably only going to get colder once the sun goes down, and we don't want to miss that train.
Okay.
Okay.
Is the plan to hustle?
Make
Yeah, as much
haste.
as I can.
Make haste.
Are you willing?
Dash, dash, dash.
Are you willing to risk exhaustion to save time?
What's exhaustion is?
So exhaustion is something
I
that
know.
if you were to get 6 levels of exhaustion, you would die.
Oh.
But 1 level of exhaustion is not as bad. Let me just read out the conditions. Exhaustion would be. 1 second. Oh, here we go. So disadvantage on ability checks. It would be an athletics check or a constitution save.
Okay.
You could, if you have magical abilities or something else, some item or some way, you could also, in theory, try and speed yourselves up.
I'm happy to do that.
I am as well.
Constitution and athletics would be assisted.
You would choose either a con save
choose.
or an athletics check
To see if we get exhaustion, or
Yes.
that would always
to
be-
see if
Oh,
you would
okay,
get
okay,
exhaustion.
Do we all agree that we wanted to try for?
I'm happy to try for.
I think we have to because we're half speed, right?
If you wanted, you could then, if you guys succeeded, if at least 3 of you succeed, I'll say you can make it back to where you started
Oh.
in like 30 minutes.
Let's do it then.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Phantom Steed.
Really?
Ooh.
I can carry 2 people.
Because there's no way I'm gonna hustle.
Would you like to describe what that seems?
Sure. He's like, we gotta hustle. As he's like holding his walking stick and he's
Yeah.
looking down. He's like, fuck. And then he starts casting a spell, and you see like it starts to like warp a little bit, and it almost like time speeding up, and then all of a sudden like a giant horse appears,
Oh.
Ooh.
and he like gets on, and he's like, well, this is as fast as I can hustle.
Got room on there for me?
For one
person.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
actually say, I'm just gonna call that one of your successes. Right? And then you can pick one other person and they'll succeed as well. So I would pick whoever has the least shot of making it.
So we.
You only need 3 successes.
How much is this? What makes it successful?
You'll have to be a constitution save of 14 or an athletics check of 14.
I have an 11.
Probably passage.
Okay. I'm gonna use
I saw.
So.
Tell me about the ability.
Okay, so I rolled I got an 8, but I'm going to go ahead and use Favored by the Gods, which means if I fail a saving throw, which is not quite a fail, but we want to succeed in this, I can roll 2d4 and add it to the total, changing the outcome. So now I have a 10, 14,
Exactly.
16.
Oh, 16?
Because I have
Oh.
You
I have
also
8.
succeed.
Wow.
I have 8 plus 6, then plus 2.
Okay. You have already succeeded
us.
because of that expenditure. So now we know you're going to make it back in 30 minutes. What did you roll?
I got an 11.
You got an 11. Are there any abilities or items or things you want to use to try and make that better?
Would that make us faster?
No.
I don't think I have anything to
Okay.
heal. I could. This is for fighting to take another action.
Action surge?
That wouldn't.
If you
apply.
think it's worth it, I'll allow you to expend action surge
Oh,
Once per
to not
I love
not
that.
be.
To not take an exhaustion point.
Mhm.
Oh, so if I fail, I still do it, but I take an exhaustion point.
Yeah.
What does that do?
You will have disadvantage on all your ability checks, all of your skills.
That's strength, dexterity, blah blah blah.
Insight,
every-
history, nature.
Everything.
Disadvantage on everything for 1? Oh.
Well, no, I'll use action surge.
Okay. You've used action surge. I will count that as you using that ability just to keep yourself from getting exhausted. All right. With a phantom steed, with the favor of the gods, and with a surge of action, you make it back to that spot in 30 minutes.
Heck
You
yes.
realize the sun is starting to almost be obscured by the mountain itself. You need to hurry. What do you look for?
I'm looking for dung. Looking for
Tracks.
Human tracks.
Human tracks? Okay. Is anyone going to help them in the search?
I'll
help you.
Me. Oh.
It'll be survival for tracking.
I'm not the greatest at
Perception you can use just to find the tracks.
Okay. I got a 19 plus 7, so
It only takes you 3 minutes.
Oh.
Do we? Oh.
You go the opposite direction
South.
of where you were told.
Wow, that's to the magic lands where you only slide downhill.
It is the magic.
Oh, yeah. So as you move that direction, downhill, sliding, you see footprints, boot prints. And as you kind of put one of your pseudopods in to get a measure, it's a little bigger than yours. But it's very similar cut of boot, similar footprint. You have a funny feeling.
It's my sister.
It's actually quite easy to track because you've gone this way.
Can I, where?
There's 4 sets of tracks.
Oh, 4?
There's 4 sets.
Okay.
Four
Can I
sets.
can I
Looks like
analyze
they all went
them?
this way.
Are they all?
They're all different.
They're all different. Okay.
I have a quick question. Sorry.
Yeah.
Where would we have been picked up? Around where we left?
You guys are only a few minutes away from that jump car.
Yeah.
opening.
And we're walking away from it again.
Now you are.
Okay. Yeah.
Would I know that it was my sister?
You
I can
have
recognize
a
the
lot of
picture.
confidence.
Okay.
You do because of the freshness.
Yeah.
I mean, a year is still a long time, right? Even with the frozen nature of them. And especially with all of your abilities, you're uniquely suited to this, being able to measure, check the differences between them, etc., etc. You think. A part of you maybe even knows that this was the last group that was sent on the ascent. You feel confident that this is Beljay's footprints, Terry's footprints, the other person we haven't talked about, and then Fumer's footprints.
Who's the other person we haven't talked about?
Spark Johnson.
Spark Johnson.
He liked
Spark.
yo-yos.
We know about Spark Johnson.
Spark Johnson did
Good
a
old
lot of
yo-yo.
yo-yo tricks.
Good old yo-yo Johnson.
So,
I have a full statted out character sheet for them, of course.
Of course.
for Spark.
Yeah. For Spark.
So I'm pretty 100% sure this is my sister's boot. But does that mean that Fumer lied to us?
100%.
Because he told us to go a different direction. Well,
The opposite direction.
why would he do that?
He also. Yeah.
He also what?
Well, if he went with them, he probably found signs that you could live out here. So he lied about that as well.
Why would he do that?
Why come back?
Because it's safe. Because you're celebrated.
So if he killed my sister.
I'm gonna send my owl out that direction.
You have an owl?
on top of a phantom steed. On top of a phantom steed, a snow owl apparates and goes.
I jump in front of Anjay to guard her.
Oh.
I hide behind. I'm like,
Okay.
grab her leg.
Who? Go that way as far as you can for 30 minutes and then head back. And
Okay.
see if you can find anything.
Are you gonna go that way as well?
I've had a bird this whole time.
Yes.
What's a who? What?
So as the owl flies, are you gonna follow or
Yes.
go a different way? Or
No, follow.
Okay, because it can move faster.
Yeah,
uniquely
it's much
suited.
faster.
Do you occasionally check in and use this ability of a familiar where you look through its eyes?
Ooh.
Can I do that? If it's over 100 feet, can I still do that?
I thought 100 feet was commands. What does it say?
If I think it's only it's only 100 feet. Bonus action, you can see if they're familiar dies. Blah blah.
Roll an Arcana check.
All right.
Let's see if you can be better at magic than other people.
12.
You get a little further than 100 feet, but
No.
it's not the number we're looking
Yeah. That's what I
for.
figured.
But you do get a higher up view. and I
Yeah.
believe they have keen eyes.
They do.
So go ahead and roll their perception.
Sweet.
Because you said go look for stuff, see if you see anything.
Yeah. They have perception advantage as well. 17 plus 3, so 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty
Wow.
20.
Woo.
Okay. In 2 minutes. It's so easy from this aerial view to see a massive crater. It's tough to get any detail from that high up, but it looks like something absolutely huge landed not all that far away. You
And
probably
their
get there.
footsteps are set going that direction too.
I'm not going to say that it can see footsteps leading out, but you can
But
certainly
that's
see them
general
headed that
direction.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
It looks, with a 20, it looks almost like one big impact crater created from 4 points of contact.
Interesting.
as if something large with 4 limbs landed. And it is very big.
Well, the direction we're heading, it looks like there's some kind of crater that way. Didn't see any people, but maybe they're farther.
There's a little dusting of snow as well on top, but there could be things under snow.
There might be stuff under this snow of the crater. Who knows?
If we have time, I would like to go see just in case.
Yeah, we have
Pretty
time.
close. It's surprisingly close.
Should we do you mind if we... I just need to know.
We can go.
We can go.
Okay. You head that direction. As you move, about 15 minutes in, you see what looks like an ice sculpture.
I do have to say,
Yeah.
as we leave, I turn back and look at our pickup spot, and I don't think we're coming back. But I let go of that because I want to stay with the team.
Okay. As you take one last look at safety, you head out again into the white vastness. In about 15 minutes of travel in, you see what looks like an ice sculpture. It's a little bit ahead of you guys, but you're headed that way.
That's interesting.
Be prepared for anything.
I take out my bow.
Okay.
I'm just confused.
You're
The
readying
fork
of
bow
action.
is open and ready.
I have it loaded with arrows, temporarily.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah,
I'm
can we do a
scared.
perception check? Or we know it's
Like, how far away?
If you're gonna head that way, you're gonna see it.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's 120
I
feet
kind
ahead.
of
Yeah.
hide behind.
Sure. As you get closer, you approach this sculpture's roughly humanoid size, and within it is the ice-encased dwarven body of Spark Johnson.
Spark.
On the tip of one of their fingers still dangles a string and a yo-yo, frozen in the middle of one of those triangle through the legs maneuvers, which is how Spark used to cast spells. They are frozen solid, and there's a lot of blood in there as well. It does not look like they're preserved. It does not look like they're preserved.
Did it look like he was running? Was he still? Was he moving?
It's completely still, solid. Looks like they were headed in the direction that you're all heading.
Oh. If only we had some way to figure out what he saw before
Could we
he
talk to the
died.
dead somehow?
Spark? I can't talk to dead.
Spark?
I mean, I can speak to. Yes, I can speak to the dead.
You have a couple of
What?
charges on that wand.
I do. I cast.
I'm gonna cast bonfire by the snow to try to start melting it.
Sounds good.
I cast bonfire as well to help the snow.
If you hadn't done that,
Melts it.
the spell would have been wasted.
Yes,
Would
yes,
then be
yes.
frozen, unable to move their
Thank you for
Right.
doing that. And I help you.
Very nice.
I also cast create bonfire, and then I cast wand speak with the dead.
Okay. As it happens, as the drip, 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 drip of the water starts to slowly thaw out the form of Spark Johnson, a fully fleshed out character that I have a whole backstory for.
100%. The yo-yo master.
As the yo-yo starts to get unfrozen, it starts to swing again.
It's creepy.
And there's enough ice has moved away. There is a semblance of life that is not life, that it comes into this dwarf's body. It's a very young dwarf. And they say,
Ask your questions.
Have you know? Can all of us ask questions, or just me?
You can ask me a certain number of questions, and that's the first one.
Ask him what caused him to die.
I'd like to know. Okay, just want to make sure that I'm sorry. I have 5 questions.
4.
4 questions. Okay. Sorry, what you ask it? What?
How did he die?
How did you die?
Shen Snakta.
That's not good.
Dragon!
Who was with you when you died?
All running. Terry. Belj. Fumer.
Was here. He lied to us.
You
I know.
100% lied.
Okay, I have 2 more questions.
Wait. Let's make sure it's the best 2 questions before you
I'm
ask them.
scared. I don't know what to ask. What do I ask?
Was there
Did you-
anything that maybe could help? Like, how did they try to defeat it? Like, did
I assume you're whispering.
Yes,
Yeah.
whispering amongst each other.
Okay, the drips continue as the bonfires start to melt.
That's fine. Or did they find anything interesting?
Did you find anything interesting out here?
Flora. Fauna. Life. Death.
That's how they
that
answer.
was a waste of a question.
Sorry.
It's probably stuff around your sister.
1 question left.
You should ask about your sister for the last
Are
question.
you sure we only have 1 question left? I don't want to be greedy.
Ask about your sister.
Ask about your sister.
Or do I ask him if she's still alive? What do I ask?
Where is she? Well, I
Yeah,
don't know if you
did-
know that.
Does he know where she is? Or where is she? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is my sister Belje?
The breath got me when we were running. She was still running. I hope.
And as the yo-yo curls up into their hand, the spell ends. They collapse onto the ground.
Were they looking in any direction when he said
They were
running?
looking towards the crater.
Okay.
Geiger. Or
A little bit, yeah.
a little bit.
But not enough to go, if this was someone hit by the breath,
The radiation breath.
that's what everyone assumes. That it was from the breath weapon of the dragon.
Did you just take a beeping?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it was very minimal.
I mean, I could try to conjure up again.
We should maybe check tracks here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's 4 different tracks. That's now 3 different tracks.
The 3 sets
Yeah.
head towards the crater.
Or
They're
should we-
still heading towards the crater.
Yeah, we should check the tracks and then maybe head towards the crater because maybe my sister's still alive.
I don't know. But hold on to that hope, I guess.
She's not frozen.
She's not frozen here.
Not here.
I don't want to hear any of this. Someone starts looking for tracks.
Yeah.
Everything leads in the direction of this
Direction.
crater.
I think we head in that direction then.
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
I follow. Paranoid. Looking out, constantly checking behind me.
And
My
there's
anxiety is high.
no tracks going back from where we were.
Not directly back the same way, no.
How the hell did
Interesting.
Fumer
How
get
the hell
back
did I
on?
get back on the train?
What if, hear me out. Now, what if Fema is the dragon? I've heard murmurs on the train. I
She
know.
sees dragons everywhere.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the dragon cloud that
Everything
I saw.
reminds you of dragons.
And the fruit. I feel like it's telling me something.
Why,
Fruit,
why
dragon.
would the dragon want to be on the
I
train?
guess it wouldn't be.
I slowly start
impossible.
moving forward to get out of this conversation.
No, wait. what if he's half dragon or something? What if he speaks dragon? What if he's related to the dragon?
It wouldn't
He
be
has no family.
impossible.
Think how else, like you said, Mr. Beam Beam, how would he have gotten back
Well-
on the train with no tracks?
Would I have tested his fecal matter?
Roll for doo-doo, I guess.
Roll
Doo doo.
I got an
18.
Hell yeah.
Or, yeah, 100% you have gotten a fecal matter sample from Fumer.
And what
It was a biologically correct piece of poo-poo that would have made you presume that they are an elf.
So, from my own findings and secret studies, I believe he's just an elf. I don't think he would have any dragon in him.
Sorry guys, I was just throwing things out there, I guess. It's okay.
It's okay. We have time. We can still look.
Time is ticking, however. Are you going to press onward?
I think so.
I think we gotta find out.
We
Yeah.
need to find out
We've
what
come this
what
far.
happened to your sister.
Thank you guys, let's do it.
You head to the crater. It's pretty close by. Your owl's still scouting overhead. You're keeping an eye out. You don't notice any movement. When you get to this crater,
scared.
It is massive. We're talking a 60-foot radius,
Whoa.
120 feet across. And as you look into it, there's, snow has fallen on top of it, so you might want to investigate closer. You all think this must have been where Shan Schnakta landed. So are you investigating the crater or nearby? What's the plan? You can do multiple things.
I want a Geiger counter the crater.
The whole crater?
Try and find something.
Yeah. Because
Okay, you
If-
start walking.
if
yeah.
it's a person, generally it's higher. So
Yeah, that's true. Okay, you start walking. It's gonna take a minute, but you start doing that. Anyone else?
Yeah. Is the little bud thing still alive?
Oh, is
You-
it?
you're the
She's
one
holding
that-
it.
Yeah, if it's in the dirt and in the thing, yeah, it is.
Hey, I wonder if we put him on the ground for a second, if he'll be able to tell us anything about the soil.
Let's try it.
Okay,
There's dirt.
sure. Once you get
more
through the
easy to
snow,
get
I
to.
guess. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, you put it in.
I'm gonna. Hey, little buddy.
Oh, this is new.
Yeah. We're somewhere new.
Yeah.
Can you feel anything in the dirt? Is that different?
I mean, it's pretty similar.
It's pretty similar.
I don't know. Still, it's squished a little, but yes,
Still
pretty similar.
squished.
There's some good nutrients down
Is
here.
good news better than where you were?
I guess. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit better.
Guess.
Okay. Yeah. Is there? He says it's a little better. Is there anything that I?
I don't know, ask him if he like detects any other.
Oh,
Better how?
more nutrients. A little better.
Yeah, I know that word. Nutrients. I meant to say that.
Do you feel any other plants nearby? Any roots?
Yeah, I guess they're a little deeper than me. And
Yeah.
at this point, you pick up a trail with the counter.
Okay, I'll start following the trail.
Okay.
Hey, I picked up a trail. It's going this way.
And we scoop,
What?
scoop it back up and put it back in.
Oh,
sorry.
no, it's just shock.
I'll tell you before
Warn the
next
guy.
time. I'm sorry. I'll warn you next time.
You eventually get a pretty solid reading right in front of you. Covered by snow.
Mage hand.
Oh,
You clear off the snow to reveal half of Terry's body. And there is a deep depression. You just have legs. And then they were severed by an immense pressure. And you see what, if you keep clearing, looks like a giant dragon claw print. As if he was simply swatted in half.
What do you say?
I found something a little gross. Body. Not your sister.
Body.
Not your sister.
you scare me. You can't just. Who does it look like?
Oh, that's definitely Terry in half right there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Should I try to talk to him?
Terry got torn.
Yeah. Talk to him.
Okay,
Uh,
how about
Wait, you can't. That he's just a bottom half.
Oh.
You can probably find the other half.
Yeah.
Kind
I don't need his other half, do I?
You just need.
You just need the
his
mouth
face.
half, and
Yeah.
you got the foot half.
Oh, I thought we had the mouth half. Okay.
Um,
Can I use Mage Hand to help to keep digging to find his top half?
Yeah, you guys very quickly, especially with the rhymer counter, you find the top half. You reveal they were a cleric of the train. They were practicing a new faith of just belief in Icewinder itself as the last cradle of civilization, the bastion, at least on this continent. They are human, and their top half is there, guts all hanging out.
Got it. I can't look. I'm gonna keep skirting the perimeter while they figure out how to talk to him. This is gross.
You give me a survival check when you're ready.
Yeah.
how many times can you talk to dead people?
So 2 more left.
7.
So we get 5 questions. Maybe we should formulate the questions before we.
That's what I was saying.
That's a good question.
What about we ask one about Finguk or whoever the other guy was that
Humor.
Yeah.
who lied?
Humor.
So we know that. What do we remember? What do we know again?
He lied to us,
Correct.
but also potentially put everybody else in danger too.
Yeah, because he obviously knew that there was a dragon, right?
Well, yeah.
So that's big He knew all of the things.
He knew the dragon was still
He
out
knew
there.
that there's a dragon. He knew that there was fauna, flora, and frostfire. So why are we
Why did
still
he
doing
lie?
this?
Okay, so can I ask him first what happened to him?
Oh, we can see
True, you're
that.
right. Okay, so I can ask him what specific help.
Yeah.
Maybe about
Why
your
did he
sister.
lie?
Maybe about Fumer.
So I ask him if did Fuma seem trustworthy?
Why did he lie?
Maybe he doesn't know that. So
Yeah, he
they
wouldn't
don't
know.
know what happens after their death. So I can only ask him up until what happened to him.
True.
I think ask him about Fumer and Belj.
Yeah.
That's only 2 questions.
Ask them everything they know about Fumer and everything they know.
And one question. Tell me everything you know about Fumer and.
Okay, after 4 minutes.
Oh.
Okay, so I cast Speak with the Dead.
Okay. As you cast this, the human eyes of Terry open up one at a time.
Whoa.
Ask me your questions.
Do you know, they get still spooky every time. Can you tell me everything you know about Belj?
She was strong, tough. Felt good having her lead us. Good with a weapon. Strong. She moved out of the way.
Was Belj here with you when you died?
She was here when I got torn in half. I told her run. She ran.
Can you tell me everything you know about Fema?
Humor here too. Scared. He ran. Different way. Hid.
Maybe can you ask where she ran? LJ?
Leave for tracks a little bit.
Oh, smart. Okay.
Okay, yeah. I'll look for tracks of them.
Okay.
We have 2 more questions.
Oh, that's already good.
19.
19?
plus
Wow. You immediately find 2 sets of tracks.
20.
Oh wait,
yeah,
this
so
is
26.
dragon sign.
26.
That's 3 out of 4.
That's why I did a little check sign earlier when you found the.
Yeah.
You guys got it. 2
Could
sets
be
of
a
tracks. You presume based on what you just
Right.
heard. One is heading straight towards the mountain.
Okay.
Those footsteps have long strides, like bounding almost. And then the other is, so if this is directly towards the mountain, the other is like this way. Still generally in the direction of the train tracks and the mountain, right? Not a completely different direction. Well, a different one.
And I already know that the boots are her sister.
So you feel like Belgium went right for the mountain.
Oh.
Okay, so I have 2 more questions.
Mhm.
Anything else we want to know?
Maybe why did they get attacked?
Yeah. Why did you get attacked?
I think the dragon was hungry.
That's spooky.
Mm-hmm. It looks like Belj headed towards the mountain, and Femur headed towards the train.
How? Do we have any other questions before I ask the next question?
Did it seem like there was a way to defeat the dragon or something along those lines?
Like, how did the dragon look? Or can I ask them how long were they out here? I don't know.
I think. Is there anything you want us to know? Well, that's a good question.
I don't know if you can answer that question. Should I try?
Might as well try.
Is there any information you can give us that could help us? Do we want to find my sister or the dragon? Your sister. Do you have any information that could help us find my sister?
Belj had a plan. She saw a cave, large, earlier. She said, I'll lead the dragon. Try and trap it in the mountain. I saw her running. And then everything went. Their eyes close.
Oh, we know her tracks lead to the mountain. We just gotta decide what we want to do next.
You guys, we have found everything we came out here to find, and we could still make it back.
Well, we haven't found everything.
Well, we found everything we were assigned to find out.
So now
Yes,
you don't
so-
want to help find my sister?
So did
I
Fiume.
do, but
What?
we could all make it back.
Yeah, but what happens when we get back? Then next year the same thing's gonna happen again.
They have 6 more hours, and they could start where we left off.
Well, depending on how you give this information, if your mom's elected, apparently no one's ever leaving the train again.
And how do we know that people aren't in on this thing with Fuma?
And how do we know
Create a
that
bonfire
the
by
is
us.
bad?
I'm gonna create another bonfire in a bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm just, I if my sister's out there, I don't want to just leave her. Also, why would Fuma run the other way after she had a plan?
You guys are about an hour max to make it back to your original spot. So, theoretically, you do have time for both.
All right.
As long as nothing goes wrong.
We got time.
Let's do it. Is it dark outside?
The sun is about to set.
I'm gonna cast light.
Okay.
Well, the bonfire is also created.
We're walking away from the bonfire.
Oh, I see.
Mhm.
Owl eyes looking for cave in direction of the footsteps.
Not going to make you roll for it because you have had that owl above you, right? The tracks are very easy. If you're looking for Beljays, they head straight for the mountain and you do see this big cave.
And it's still open. Yeah, there's a cave up there.
How far is it?
And you can see it from here. You reckon in only a few minutes to actually get to the cave.
Okay, it's close. I
Let's
think.
go.
Oh,
How long does the steed last?
It only lasts an hour, so I'm trying to.
You've got a little bit
Yeah,
left.
a little bit. That's what I'm trying to.
I'm making haste as fast
Yeah.
as I can with my little
Yeah.
feet.
Okay. As you start running, moving quickly in that direction, you get closer and closer. The tracks are so easy to follow. They're so easy to follow. And then you notice something with that very high survival roll. You're maybe a minute away from the actual opening of the cave. You can see something off to the left. Not far, maybe 60 feet. You notice it.
Guys, there's something to the left. Maybe 60 feet of the cave.
My sister?
You're not sure. The snow's still
No,
covering everything.
Snow
so-
cover.
How big is it? Can we see how big it is?
I
Can we
mean,
see it?
what you're seeing is basically just an irregular shape in the snow.
Just an irregular shape.
Where are we in the?
Let's check it out.
You're almost at this cave,
Almost
but
at
this
the
looks
cave.
like a little bit off to the side of the cave.
Oh, you know what? I have this ability where I can create like a plasmoid thing.
Yeah, pseudopod.
Yeah, I want to create a pseudopod
Okay.
and send it into the cave.
Oh, I don't know if it goes that.
It goes 10 feet.
Oh, it goes 10 feet.
Yeah, it's more like a thing you can attack people with or
Okay,
something
okay.
like that.
Never mind then.
I'm basically just wondering if you want to check out the
Yeah.
thing to the left or
Let's,
keep heading.
let's check
Yeah,
out
let's
the
definitely
thing,
check it
right?
out.
Just
Could
to
be
make
my
sure.
sister. Yeah,
just
yeah.
gotta make sure.
Everyone should check it out.
Got a bad feeling about this.
I'm feeling more inspired.
as you head over there, there's a bunch of snow covering an irregular shaped object. If you would like, you can use mage hand or your hand or bonfire, whatever way to clear it. As you remove the layer of snow, gradually, you do reveal the form of your sister, and her throat has been cut. And that's where we're going to end this episode. Let's see what happens and if our heroes make it back to the Icewinder in time.